right. Hey, how are you? So I'm Emery Waltz, and some of you have been following me for a while. I'm super excited to be able to share with you what's been cooking. And if you want to learn more about AI, I'm going to invite you into my world. This is just an impromptu go live. I've been working very, very hard to be able to bring to you what it is that I have been building. And so, without further ado, what I want to do is to be able to make sure I have the right window up. So, just give me a second here. All right. And then, okay, you're going to, hey, all right. All the tech stuff is working. So, I have been building, first of all, my whole entire life, but most recently, I have to share with you that I just want to share my enthusiasm to help ignite your imagination because, as much as this is like a broadcast to share what it is that I've been building, which has been a lot, I want you to take a look at this and think of yourself. Position yourself right now as far as where you are with your imagination. Where do you imagine yourself in the next 6 months, in the next year? Do you wish you could pivot, but you don't know how? And do you wish that if possibly you knew how to understand how to put a web page together or put your ideas out there online, how to be able to use your social media a bit better? Would that make things different for you, right? It possibly could. So I am just going to go right through giving you kind of an inside look of the things that I've been working on my whole entire life. And this is my brand new website. Now, the funny thing is that a website just looks like a website. You've seen one, you've seen them all, right? Well, the difference with this one is that I invite you to get access for one, right? Get access, come into my community. Now, the things that I'm showing you that I've made, one is this website, two is the video that goes in there. The is I'm gonna say the creative side, like which area of my brain do you want to have access to? Now that sounds kind of funny. Like, who would actually say that? But there's a reason why. It's because I have spent the last 34 years, all right, are you ready? In the beauty space, okay, beauty space. How does that have anything to do with tech? Well, here's the thing. In my lifetime, what's been the engine underneath my husband's business, my hair extension business, happens to be all of the tech. So if you ever struggle feeling like you have to be put in a box, I totally get it. And I'm happy to share now what I've got behind the scenes. I'm pulling back the curtain, and I've also built some free education. I've been running that now for 3 weeks, and I've been doing test runs. And I want to invite you into my world and into my community. So, and then when it comes to building a membership for yourself, building your own community for yourself, when it comes to building the actual website container to pull people in, I want you to look at everything that it is that I built and know that you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing too. Now, you might be going, whoa, that's way too much. My style of teaching is, I'd say, a bit on the immersive for results, but I break the how-to down so simplistically that there's strategy, there's the ideas. Those are like your brain cells firing off. And then I also help with setting up action plans and goals. And so then this way you get results. And then the beauty about it is that you can just really unleash your imagination. And so that's going to tie over to me just giving you an inside look at this. So the SEO engine, what is that? And why should you care? Because here's the thing that's my point of difference that I've come to realize is this. Anyone can show you how to build a website. Anyone can show you how to build a funnel. But have you ever met somebody that can actually show you how to do both? And that is show you how to actually build a funnel. And it says anyone can show you how to build a funnel, but I'll show you how to do the SEO while building the damn thing. Because it's not by accident over the last I'm going to say 25 years. 25 years ago, I automated my my hair salon. And then along with that beauty brand, which is the artistry that I know how to do with making you over literally like with your appearance, I literally can help transform with you an idea with you when you're inside my group to spark the inspiration, but the connectivity to the technology so that this way you can come up with your own ideas that you can launch. And I think that's a pretty powerful thing to be able to share with the world. And then as far as like the journey's been a long road. So I'm actually just doing this kind of impromptu right now. And so I'm going to show you the journey of the artistic side. I'm also going to show you the real journey of what it is to own a business, because there's a lot of work that goes into owning a business. And this piece of digital collateral that I've done, this particular website has taken me, well, I'm going to say 30 years, but with the power of knowing how to use, say, your keyboard, your imagination, and how to take your imagination and use AI is a very powerful thing when it's used properly. So this is how I explain these 5 blocks. There's the SEO engine, which helps give the visibility. The physical lab, what is that? Well, lots of times, if you've seen now, there's a lot of people pitching digital marketing. But how long have they been around? Were they only around since last Tuesday? Maybe. No harm, no foul. But the thing is that when you work with somebody that actually has a physical location and a real business, well, we're the crowd that if we're still open after decades, we might know something in a sense of the gritty part of things, right? So I labeled this right here. It's more of my where I might do my hair, but right now I'm broadcasting to you from my YouTube studio that I made, and I customized it. It's real. I also have photography background. So I'm pulling the ideas together because it doesn't matter so much the type of business you have. If you are a plumber, if you are a coach, if whatever profession you might be, when it goes back to the guts of things, you have to have visibility. And so, and when it comes to like saying about SEO, man, that's it's the wild west out there, because people can start getting like really granular about like all of it. Okay. But I am going to share with you a book. I'll do that maybe towards the end, that I read about 20 years ago. It's still pertinent today. All right. So then next what we have is the tech. All right. So if we go here, here's some of the backstory, and then which is I automated my salon in 2001, and then our auto repair garage was next. So our businesses are literally next door to each other. So as I was saying, I'm going to tie the story together about the journey, and you're going to see something, or it's my hope that you'll see something. When it comes to having experience, it's funny, it takes a while for that to accumulate. Wouldn't you agree? So here is like, I'm going to drag this over a second. And if you want to join my community, I'll show you where to do that. You can go to my website, and I'll show you where to join. Right. So here's the evolution of an architect, right? And because I never expected to fall into tech way back when. Many of us have spent a lot of time putting our information and our stories, our memories, our work, our pains, our sorrows, our celebrations on other people's platforms. And I want to be an inspiration as I show you this idea to plant some ideas out there for yourself that I think, and I hope that you consider building your own website that has a timeline similar like mine. And if you come into my community, I'll show you how to do it. Because the most valuable thing that you can have is your own assets. But I'm not going to go off on a tangent because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. So here's the story, all right, as the story goes. So we have in 1999, I went to work for myself. 2001 is when, right here, let's see if I make this a little bigger. There we go. 2001 is when I had online booking before the first iPhone. So some of you now, some of you don't even know what it is not to have a smartphone, right? What would we do without our smartphones? So then next, in 2006, this is really real, right here. You see that highlighted, right? Actually, let me make that a little bigger. There you go. 2006, I stepped into, of all things, a hair extension class, and it changed my life because then what it did is it did this. I found out how to do marketing and how to pull people in to be able to work smarter, not work as much, and to be able to leverage my time. And then that's what turned into this over the years. And it's not a brag about this. It's the leverage that I can share with you on how to put an idea together. And I have a bi-weekly course webinar that I'm sharing absolutely for free to show you how to be able to put your idea to a funnel in an hour, and you can build with me, because that's the journey I'm on, is to be able to help share what it is that I know and help others grow. All right, so then in 2008, that's the time frame that I started like on YouTube. So imagine if you're not using YouTube right now, it's not too late to start. It's actually a really good time to start. And then 2008 was a horrible year because that's when the crash of 2008 fell out. So the economy goes up and down, up and down, up and down. But here's the secret. That's not so much a secret, or the pivot as why I want you to come into my world, is because I'm still here to talk about it, and I can help you. I really feel that I can help you, and I know that I can't see you right now, and that's what I used to say on the phone when people would call in and I still do makeovers at the salon. I'm upstairs, but like this, I know that I can't see you right now, but I know that with asking the right questions, that the things that I have skill sets in, that I would be able to consult with you and point you in the right direction, or connect you with an idea that can then pivot and you can run off and you don't have to feel helpless. Okay. Here's the beginning of when I got very, very, very intrigued about like how to make a website more visible. What is all this? Because like it doesn't come natural to. It's not a natural process to like open a business and then have to understand that there's like all this stuff underneath it to actually have people find you. So I keep the SEO and AEO very simplistic, because fancy words don't do a thing if it doesn't translate and you can't understand what the person's saying. So anyhow, so I accidentally fell into technology is the basics of it. And so when I show you right here, so I taught myself Google Analytics and heat maps and search engine optimization. That's that fancy stuff, right? The fancy stuff is just made a lot of content, became very visible, and just wash, rinse, and repeat. So even if you're watching this today, and even if you don't come into my community, this is what I can give you for a free tip. If you are not making content for your business right now, then you know what? Stop watching this go live. Stop. I'm going to tell you this. Stop doom scrolling and watching other people's content and start building content for your own business, because you need to feed the machine, right? Now, what happened in 2012 is this. Isn't that horrible? Look at this. I'll show you. Back up a little bit. That's actually my salon building, and there was a bridge project that took eminent domain from my husband and myself. Our businesses are next door to each other, and they took our land for 5 years. I'm still here to talk about it. So when it comes to hardships, see right there. So there were Jersey barriers. I know what it is to help business owners and people like yourself that are struggling because something's come along that was unexpected. And that's the other thing. If you are thinking about owning your own business because you can't stand your boss, be prepared for everything. Be prepared for everything. Then in getting into hair extensions, I went as far as going all the way to Italy to go find and look at the manufacturer. Skipping over that, when it comes to, say, branding, if you have an extra vehicle, slap a logo on it. Slap a QR code on it. I, in fact, had a QR code on my car 13 years ago before the pandemic. Then in 2015, that's when I helped automate my husband's garage because he was only doing voicemail at the time and there was no automation. AI wasn't as popular back then, but there was still software that could help improve efficiency. And then there was 2020. Oh, brother, do you remember that? That was 6 years. That's 6 years ago, right? 6 years ago. All right, so there was a global shutdown that forced my salon business, right? All right, let's see. It forced my business to shut down, and it forced some of other businesses to shut down. This was the pivotal moment over the last 6 years that I decided that personally I was gonna really expose that I know how to do all the marketing, because that's what helped keep our local businesses open. Then you fast forward to 2020. This is when I am really excited to share that there's multiple ways to be able to share what it is that you do, connect your ideas to the internet for whatever purposes that you might need, whether it is just to elevate and raise the visibility for your existing business, or maybe you're looking to create a side hustle, but you don't know how. And it's funny because now creating a side hustle doesn't have such the negative connotations that it used to, right? Side gig. So I'm actually building live in front of you ongoing. If you find any of this interesting, then please just join my community. All right. So here you can see that I'm really passionate about sharing even like the inside of my journal, as far as sharing a visual such as this shows that when you are able to connect your ideas to the internet, build yourself a funnel page, get confident that what you know is actually worth something to the person next to you that doesn't know how to do what you do, you can really create a freedom for yourself. Because this way, if you have a side hustle that's attached to your laptop, I'm telling you, you have freedom. And then I'm literally, as I said, documenting this live case study because that's what it is. When I started digging down 2 years ago to start making traffic intentionally, because that's the heart of search engine optimization and visibility. And there's a whole bunch of other things about making a website run fast and all that. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're just going to keep it very basic. But these were the amount of views that I was able to generate. And that in itself was a nice thing to be able to do. I'm going to leave that topic alone. It's always good to make sure that you have your own website. Okay? Because if you have your own website, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay? And then in October of 2024, I decided to make a outright commitment right there. All right. To create a YouTube channel that was dedicated to building out something bigger than me that would eventually wind up perpetuating in my I have a lot of different goals. So one of them is to be able to share with others the platform which all of my stuff is built on, because it works. I use it for the garage. I use it for the salon. I use it for my marketing agency. I use it to create with, and with that is my brand, which is my brand. But I actually show you how for you to make your brand so that this way you can like kind of duplicate what it is, say, that I'm doing. And then there's multiple ways to be able to strengthen your brand and your visibility, which then in turn does help to secure building your own, not build your own income, but make your income stronger. Because I don't like to make any false claims. I don't like to lead anybody on or pull people in with like, oh, let me tell you, there's enough people out there that don't have, for one, okay, they don't have the timeline. They don't have the timeline. They just have a lot of hype. But with this, I am a business owner, a photographer, and I'm also an affiliate marketer. So what is affiliate marketing? It's the means of which, if you decide that you find a product that you like, and if you don't know this, I'm going to give you another tip right now, that if there's something out there that you like, and you've been referring people, how many times on social media did somebody say, hey, do you have a good, I don't know, plumber, home service? What's the best movie? And we are just naturally helpful. Nothing wrong with being helpful. But if you are making recommendations for larger brands, then this is what I want you to do. Go down to the bottom of their website and look to see if they have an affiliate program. There's plenty of companies out there that actually pay you for you to recommend them, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I go over that within my stuff as well. And then here you go. Let's put a real face and name to what all of this is about. Here's actually my salon building. That's my husband's garage. So when it comes to all the tech and all the stories, if I can truly help. All right. And then, so back in 2001, there was, I had implemented online booking for my hair salon. And then now there's voice AI agents that you can use for your business. And actually, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. And go up here. I'm gonna call it right now. So I will call I'll use my marketing agency telephone number, right? Or, oops.
Hi there. Thank you for calling Anne-Marie Waltz Marketing. This call is being recorded. My name is Chloe, and I'm Anne-Marie's AI voice agent. What is your reason for calling today?
Yeah, AI Chloe, I'm doing a go live as we speak. It's an impromptu go live. And I was just sharing my timeline as I'm on my website. And there's a screenshot that actually talks about voice agents. Could you actually share something? And this is unscripted, so I have no idea what you're going to say. But could you be helpful?
Absolutely, I'd be happy to help. Here's something you can share live. Voice agents like me are designed to help businesses, especially busy shops and salons, never miss a customer call again. Instead of letting calls go to voicemail or getting lost during peak hours, an AI assistant can answer right away, gather key info, answer common questions, and make sure every lead is captured for follow-up. For example,
Can I interrupt you?
Of course. Jump in anytime. This is your live unscripted moment. What would you like to add or ask?
Yeah, I was just wondering. I know a lot of people are afraid of AI. What would you tell them?
That's a great question. And honestly, it comes up a lot. I'd say AI isn't here to replace people, it's here to help. Think of it as a really smart assistant that handles repetitive tasks, answers routine questions, and makes sure no customer gets missed. That way, your team can focus on the work that really matters. Like
Okay,
building
but
relationships
excuse
and
me,
delivering great service.
pardon me, but I don't. I'm gonna role play right now. But I don't want it to replace my staff. Is there? Can I turn you on? Can I turn it on at nighttime?
Absolutely, and that's a really common concern. You don't have to replace your staff at all. You can set up an AI assistant like me to only answer calls after hours, during lunch breaks, or whenever your team is busy. It's totally flexible. You control when it's on or off. That way, your staff handles calls when they're available.
Okay.
The AI just fills in the gaps so you never miss a lead.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Before I let you go, was there anything you saw today that you think would be the most helpful for your team to stop missing calls?
Oh yeah, how if I wanted to get started, how would I actually be able to have this?
Great question. If you want to get started, you can reach out directly to Anne-Marie Waltz at How to Marketing Pro. She'll walk you through a personalized demo, discuss your business needs, and set up a custom AI assistant just like this for your shop or salon.
Okay, thank you.
Visit howtomarketingpro.com
Thank
or
you.
request a callback.
Thank you.
You got it. Just one last thing. Out of everything we discussed, what's the one feature you'd most want to see in your own shop or salon?
Oh, that's actually a great question. Just for the AI assistant to pay attention, be friendly, and just be polite and friendly and informational.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you for sharing that. I'll make sure Anne-Marie knows. Thanks again for calling the AI Assistant Demo line for Anne-Marie Waltz's Automation Agency. Have a great day.
All right, so that's live, and that is how AI can assist. And so while I'm actually doing this live, we just did a demo. Now that could have been you calling, and then now you can see how that possibly might be able to help you. And the thing is that you don't need to be afraid about AI because it can actually be useful and it can be trained properly. Okay. So, and then the other thing that's going to follow up is that I'll be getting an email and a text message here shortly. Okay. So moving on. We are right now in the room that I'm broadcasting from. And so if you're thinking about like doing lives more often, you don't need expensive equipment. But I can tell you the difference between having a cozy room or somewhere within, maybe your house or something. It just feels good. All right. And then, so when it comes to like SEO, and that's that visibility thing, as I started looking at how it is that I can best help some of you to explain things, this is why I put together visuals. When you do make content, it's just, and you make content on a regular basis, and you learn more by coming into my community. The things that I talk about, like right here, you can see that I just added, this was just added in June. And of course, okay, that's my name. What the results mean in this column are how many search results for a certain topic. So I actually get a little gritty for those of you that want that sort of thing. And then on this escapade of me building and branding and building and branding, and one idea goes to another, I actually went as far as, whoops, you see, I actually went as far as this, right? And then there's media. And then in March, and this is only April, what I wanted to do too is tear away the curtain basically on this whole website to just show you this, right? From ideation to 30 years of grit, and wherever it is that you sit, you literally can take your ideas. You can use AI to help be an extension of your imagination. If you're lacking, if you have a gap in your skills that you just wish that you could just, if you only had that little extra, maybe it's you were lacking knowing how to do CSS and coding, right? And I also had a professional ask a very pointed question this week to me. She said, Anne-Marie, what happens to like website designers now? I'm like, that's a great question. And immediately my response is this. As an expert consultant, what I would do was I would be empathetic with that individual if they were in front of me. And if you happen to be watching this and you're like, AI took my job, I am going to say, I'm so sorry, but this is the pivot. What you have for knowledge is amazing. So that's where I'm taking my 30 years of knowledge. I'm compressing the amount of time that I can build things with. And I've also compressed the time to be able to show others a skill set. Now, I'm not saying like if you're a web designer to go sell AI websites, but what I am saying is some of the stuff, it is coming out so nicely that with your know-how, you can compress your build time and you can build faster. And if you build faster, you save time. And anytime you can save time on any business and still have an excellent output, that's just increasing your bottom line and becoming more profitable. So that was my nugget on that. So there's a lot of effort that goes in behind what it is that I do share with you when you do come into my community. Tons and tons of hours, right? And then it's like turn AI into like a printer for your brain. Like seriously, no joke. All right. So this is where you can see that I was literally having a conversation with the agentic AI to push it around for it to then push out the type of look and aesthetic that I wanted for my new brand. So, so here's the arsenal. So I'm not going to go through all this today because that's already a lot, but I did want to tie it back to there's the journey of this journey, right? And so then when we go here, there's a different type of journey when it comes to my luxury brand, which is this. I educated across the country for a premium hair color brand. I got to be behind the hair shows. I was on stage. There's a lot, okay? I was empowering salon business owners. So now I can still do that, but if you own a business, want to start a business, I can help empower you from the actual tech stack, because this is the tech stack. So on the inside, when you go from here and you go through these tabs, there's something for those of you that are high ticket. It says right here, high ticket service providers. If that's you, you're my people right here. Okay. And if you are emergency, anybody got a marketing emergency? Emerging agency owners, business owners, and then affiliate marketers. So for those of you that want to get gritty and want to build something and you want to have fun doing it, let's do that, because then, like, it is fun to do that, and then of course to make money. So when it comes to being on the inside of my group, how you can get there is by going to my website. You can get access. How you get access is you go here, just right here, and then just fill out the form, and then I can see you on the inside. And then, as you can see right here where the group is, I want to also mention again that if you are looking to build your own community website, these are some of the things that I will be sharing on how to do that. So that way you can cultivate your own community and share the ideas that you have. And then, so when I showed you the picture of my car, and there was an inspiration that was sparked off it's going to be 2 years ago, by me seeing other very ultra successful people in the software arena that I happen to play in. I was like, wow. And they had actually made an extensive amount of reoccurring income, and the company had only been around for 3 years. So that's how I came up with thinkyourwaytoamillion.com. So that's part of my ecosystem. And again, what you're going to find is that it's the ideation, your imagination, being able to leverage that, learning how to use AI and how to put it together. Now, it's not a necessity if you're like, I don't want to use AI. You can do it manually, but it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer. So I am about AI, just so you know. All right. So you can, and then what I have here is I have a free gift. It's a 40-page ebook. And there's lots of value in that. I'm giving that away. And then here is my official website. And why the word official? Okay. The reason for official is because, about a year ago, I kind of lost one of my social media accounts. Later, I got it back, but it was 7 months later. So yet then, just another reason do I share that it's a good idea for you to have your own website. And even if you happen to be watching this and you're like, well, I don't have a business, I don't need a website, what's she yammering on about? It's still good for you to have your own personal website, just as a point of contact, so that, like, you don't ever want to lose your contacts or your pictures or your connection. Because you know what? This is where I'm very passionate about helping people connect their ideas to the internet, because the internet, you can connect to it. People can find you. There's ways for you to become creatively social. Okay? And then YouTube. If you haven't created your YouTube channel yet, come into my community. I'll show you how. And if you haven't subscribed here, this is where you can find me. It's Anne-Marie Waltz Official, because I'm being all official. And the bad jokes are free. Right now you can see that we are currently streaming. And that's pretty cool right there. We're currently streaming. And then, so right here we can go to, say, a bunch of the videos. My channel over the past, it's been since October. Yeah, actually, it's been since, I'll bring it back a bit since we're on it. Since October 26th of 2024. is when I wound up making this project. And then my husband actually wanted to join in on the fun, and it was he's got to put up more of his content. But he then in turn wound up hitting like over 100,000 views in 26 days. I was like, boom, So you don't have to be a marketer to be able to connect with people. And then when it comes to the types of things that wind up spilling over into what it is that I do teach within my ecosystem is more about like, okay, how do you create an audience? How is it doing? And the thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. The most important thing around being able to start doing content is just getting started. If you wait until this one time, if you wait to have it be perfect, it's never going to be done. I was in a room with other marketers and they had an amazing idea. And I was just like, do you have your YouTube channel set up yet? And they're like, no, I don't have the YouTube channel set up yet. And I was just like, well, why not? And they're like, well, I just wanted everything to be perfect. And I'm like, why perfect? It's got to be done. So anyway, so if we go back here, right, you're welcome to subscribe. And every Tuesday and Thursday, I do Build with Me, and that's Build AI Live with me. And we go through doing a funnel build together in an hour. So I will bring you to that right now. Okay. So here it is. It's Build AI Live, and doesn't cost you anything. You can build a free builder's account, and that is no risk. 14 days. You can then cancel at any time if you choose. And if you wind up staying on with the platform that it is that I use, then I do receive a small commission at no charge to you, as I don't work for the company, but I am an affiliate of the company. And then let me just see if I am missing anything else. And then we'll go, oh, no, there. Okay. Oh, right. And the communities. So as I show you, like the communities, what I'm sharing with you is that like this is a glimpse of the inside of the actual platform that I build inside. And then when you get a builder account, you get your own account to be able to mirror and build the same things that I do. Well, maybe not the same because we're all a bit different, but you can build a version for yourself that would then reflect what you have to offer. Right? No. All right. So now I'm going to just finish up here, and let me go right here. All right. So let me just finish up here with you right now. I'll just say and stretch this back out. There you go. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. And if I haven't been posting or going live as frequently because I was doing that a lot prior, it's because I've been busy building. So again, visit AnnMarieWaltz.com. I'll show you that one more time. So we're going to go back to my screen share here, and we will go back here, and you can just hit access. The URL is right here. And then the other thing I forgot to mention is here is once you are on the inside, here's the stack. And I am going to be building a stack class, which goes into a bit more detail about the different things that are listed on here. And so here's the thing. There is the traffic engine. There's the building engine. There's the content engine, the follow-up engine. And then just don't buy the tools. Let's build the engine together. So just join, go right here, get access, come on the inside, and then let's start building together. It's been a pleasure. I hope you got something out of today, and I thank you for your time. It's been great seeing all of you. Thank you for those of you that sent me messages. Thank you for those of you that are already following me. If this is your first time watching me, thank you for your time, and let's get busy. Let's get building.